So I was in Primark the other day and I came across some makeup. This makeup looks very much inspired by another brand. Can you take a guess who I'm talking about? I found this in Primark. This is a blur foundation. This shade was the shade closest to my shade. This is in the shade Toffee. It is a little bit warm, I think, but this is the closest one. I also managed to find in the same blur range a primer, a blush, a liquid blush, blurring powder. This is in like a translucent kind of shade, and a setting spray. Now, I do have the original inspired by brand, and I have taken out all the items that I found in Primark. I have taken it out in the original for us to give it a try. This is the closest one I have. I've got a couple of different shades. The peach pie one is the closest one. So we're going to do a comparison. I'm going to do half of my face with said brand, and I'm going to do the other half with Primark's inspiration. Let's give that a go. What I actually did when I was in Primark is I bought a full face set of Primark makeup, which I'm going to do another day. So aside from all of these bits, I also picked up a powder bronzer, cream bronzer, powder blush, a mascara, and a blurring concealer. So I'm going to do that another day, just so you can see how the Primark makeup sits on my skin. What I've done is also got two separate brushes, so clean puffs to also see how that goes. Enough with Primark's blurring primer. I'm going to do that on the right side of my face. Okay, pink in colour. I'm literally not going to be able to do a full face of makeup because I just want to show you what these particular items look like. This one feels very cooling. I think it's a little thicker than the other one. Go with the other one. Also pink, but it's a little bit more transparent and it's a little bit less, actually. If the thickness feels almost the same. Not much difference, but there's a bit more clarity on this one. This is a little bit more clear than the other one, but they both feel quite similar. Going in with Primark's foundation. Now, like I said, this one's in the shade Toffee. They were quite limited with shade range that they had in the store that I went to. I don't know if there's more, but they seemed like they had the whole shade range, but it didn't have the color that would suit my skin 100% like the other one. But this felt like it was a little warm, but after a while it settled in quite well into my skin. So let's just have a look. Putting quite a bit on so we can really see how it sits on my skin. Okay, that's the shade. Let me, for comparison, put the other one in. So my one in this one is in the shade Butter Pecan. This is shade 330 Neutral, because I am a neutral girly. So let's see how that looks. Not too bad, actually. I go in with this brush to go on this side. It is washed, it's just... See what I mean by it's warm? I think it does oxidize because I walked around the store for a while, and then after a while you couldn't really see that it was too warm. It blended into my skin pretty decent. So here's hoping. Quite warm for what I'm used to. Okay, different brush. I'm gonna blend this one out, and this one's actually more creamy as well. I can see it's run up a little bit more. That one hasn't run as much. That one's a little bit thicker. So this one on the initial application, it is a little bit light, but it's not warm. You could tell how different both of them are. See, that one initially was quite yellow, but it has oxidized a little bit. This is my original skin color because I haven't colored out. I still think this is a better shade match for me than this one, but we'll see. Let's apply the rest of the stuff and see how we get on. I go in with these. I couldn't find any blurring bronzers, so I couldn't get one, but we'll see what we can do with the blushes. So this is the original, and this is in the shade Peach Sorbet. And I couldn't see a shade, so it just says liquid blush. So unless I'm wrong and the shade is somewhere that's really tiny. Oh, it says orange, so I guess it's orange. Okay, let me show you it here. That's that one. And then this is the other one. Very similar. This one just feels like it's a tiny bit more orangey, but not much difference. Okay, let's blend it. Again, I got 2 separate brushes, so I'm gonna start off with this one this time. Okay, already you could tell the difference. This one is way more pigmented than this one, and I practically put the same amount on, so you could see this one is much more subtle, the Primark one, whereas this one has a lot more pigmentation. So I'm going to add a little bit more just to kind of get it to similar. So I've had to obviously dab it a bit more. Let's see. Okay, there we go. That's the Primark side. That's the other side. So there's more pigmentation on this one. I think this spreads more, whereas this one is quite subtle still quite subtle. So if you're going for a more subtle look, then this would probably be better for you. But again, it would be good to see how long it lasts on the skin before it kind of fades away. This one has more of a pinkier tone, I want to say, than this one, but they're not much different, to be honest. They're pretty much the same, just obviously less pigmentation on this one. We're going to try these and see how it goes. Like I said, I'm not doing any other makeup because I just want to show you how these look. Normally I would have done a full face. A little pot in here so I could just show you the colour. Oh, okay. This one's slightly more pink because it's peach pie. But you'll be able to see, or I'll be able to tell you how they feel. Okay, so that's my other one of them, which is in a pinky shade. So this is the peach pie one. And then the Primark one has a hint of pink, but it's more translucent-y clear kind of one. Just see how that feels. Okay, so that feels super fine, like baby powder, I want to say. Really, really soft, really, really fine, super fine. And this one, they actually feel exactly the same. Okay, good to see how. Let me wipe my hands. Where's my towel? Okay. Whoop. We're going with the Primark one first. New sponge. Dipping that in. I never put that directly on my face. Always kind of dab some off. Okay, so that's how it's looking. Let's see how blurring it is. Actually, it's pretty decent. I actually like that. And it's not, I find that sometimes a lot of translucent powders are too light for my skin, because I'm brown. So my skin tone sometimes with the translucent one, unless it's like a translucent that's got a slight shade to it, when it's clear white ones, it's an absolute no. But this one does have a little bit of a shade. It's not like completely white translucent powder, but it is blurring. I'm really impressed, actually. Look at that. Can you see that? Not bad. I'm impressed. This is one I'll probably will use again, so super impressed with that. Okay, let's go now for the peach pie one. This was the one that's slightly more pink. That's more white. Okay. Do it in the other hand now. Okay. I mean, this is one of my favorite powders, so I am going to say I absolutely love it. So it's an instant blur. Can you see the difference? I'm not saying that this side is bad, but I'm saying that this side is my favorite. So final test of the items I do have. We're going to set my face now with these. So I'm going to do obviously my first half with the Primark one, and the opening is exactly the same. Let's see how the spray is though, because I have a bit of struggles with the spray of the other one. So let's see. Okay, we'll do this one now. Oh dear. My only struggle with that, can you see the difference in that already? Literally, the way this sprays out is not my favorite mechanism. And it gets stuck after a while. Okay, so the difference is this spray is so much nicer. This is more a spritz, whereas this comes out, as you can see, in clumps. But let's just see how they dry. So this one, spritz, dries super quick. Can you see? This one obviously is meant to be a spritz, but it doesn't. It comes, the way it comes out is the most annoying thing ever. I love this setting spray. I hate the way it sprays out. I literally wish it had like a spray kind of bottle, like one of these, because this is a nightmare to get out sometimes, and sometimes it just jams and it doesn't go anywhere. And I know I'm not the only one who struggles with this. To saying that, this is one of my favorite setting sprays, but I just don't like the way the bottle is formulated. The bottle is, so it is still wet. But this is how they're both looking. So, excuse the eyebrows. I literally haven't done anything to my face today because I wanted to really show you. Let's just brush them at least. That's the least I could do. This is the end result. My final view is, this is not my shade, obviously. You can tell the difference. This is much warmer than what my natural shade is. This is obviously my actual shade. The blush is more pigmented in this one, whereas that one I have to apply quite more. It's actually quite faint, even though I applied extra. Can you see? You can barely see it. So probably this is not going to be one that I'm going to be able to use a lot of. I might have to top it up with loads of powder, or put loads of this before I actually add a powder blush, which is what I normally do anyway. I do go in with cream, then powder, or liquid, and then powder blush. But this one's actually showing up more than that one. It's dried. This one has dried quite well. This one still feels a little wet, but it's all right. For what you pay for it, it's all right. Maybe if they have shades that are closer to my skin tone, it would be good. But I think overall not bad. The application of the foundation itself is not bad, just not my shade. But my favorite product out of all of the ones that I tried on this side has to be this. And this was literally £3.50 for this setting powder. It's a blurring powder, but I really like it. I really like actually that the color is really nice. This is probably great for me to do an all over face, because I have obviously the pinkier ones for the under eyes and that, but I usually do a powder all over once I've put my makeup on. I think I could use this. This actually feels and looks really good. I'm super impressed. And this one, I mean, I'm just gonna have to see how it lasts, but it sprays better than this one, sadly. This is a favorite of mine, so it'll be good just to see how long it actually lasts on my makeup. But try this side, it's empty. It hasn't transferred. Now let's try this side. Obviously that also hasn't really transferred, so this seems to be doing the trick. What do you think? Which one do you think suits me better? My personal opinion would be this side. My personal favorite would be also this side, which is the OG. But That is a good close second, and it's lasted. So obviously this is really good. These two are definitely my two favorite products from what I've put on today. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.